Alright, so well going everybody. So last time we pretty much added some modifiers to our text over here. See, we added one for color and then we also added one for font. In today's video, we're going to be pretty much looking at how we can add multiple different texts, like say one text at the top and then one text at the bottom, or maybe one text to the left and one text to the right. And to do that, we have to use something called a VStack. If you're not sure what that is, don't even worry about it. So the first thing we have to do, right, is say pretty much, you see this thing that we have here, this text here, we're going to just highlight it, right, and then just do Command X, and we're going to just cut it for a second. I'm going to get rid of some of this space, and you see, now we're not seeing nothing from our view over here, so what I'm going to do first is now write something called VStack. So VStack, and you'll see like a description as we start type it. It's a view that's arranged its subviews in a vertical line. All that means is like anything you put in it, I'm gonna go from top to bottom. You know what I mean? So I'm just hit VStack, yes sir? And then my little curly brace, right? I remember that thing that with the copy, the text. I'm gonna just press Command V. I'm gonna paste it back. Now it will kind of look like pretty much the same thing, like what you see over here, sir. But now with this VStack, since this text is now in this VStack, that means that everything else we're putting at the VStack will from top go down. So if I come to boom and someone want to add a new text, so someone said text, right? And then we say wagwan, right? You notice, try the wrong thing. You'll notice that now we see like the wagwan text here right below it. And this go for like any type of app where you might see some at the top and they see some right here, so you know what I mean? It's just the layout, like how everything layout. So boom, that's how you add text, like vertical thing on the screen. So we could keep adding even more text. We could add even another text right here, so and say boom, text, YouTube page. Right? And remember like how you see like how last time we added modifiers, we can add different modifiers to each of them text here. You know what I mean? So focus on like font, the sub headline, right? And then you're gonna see the wall going get like a different type of font. In a really that different, really font sub headline isn't too far off from this, so that's why. But what we could do is add a color, and then we'll say that foreground style. So that's how we add color, and we'll make that one yellow, just so we can just tell the difference. And you see, you get that yellow there. And naturally, you see it go red, yellow, so you don't know, so I have to make the YouTube text green. So all I'll do is go down here to our text view that has YouTube page, which is this text right here. So, and then we'll just do that. I will do foreground style, and I would just say green. And hit enter, you'll see the text pretty much change like that. But the main thing we're more gonna get for today is that like for arrange different views, like if you want to have a bug of different views on the screen and you want to have the flow go from top to bottom, you have to make sure so you put it inside a VStack. And then you put them curly brace here, right, just as in. And then everything went inside of the VStack, all of this right here, so I got arrange from top, go down. So there is another way how we could make things horizontal, but we'll handle that in the next video. But for today, just made this. Anyway where you see anything, any type of app you look on, I want to put some on the screen right here, so. Anyway you see any of them thing there. Matter of fact, let's just go to it. So if we go to say Google, right? And then we type in Instagram UI. And then we go to all images. Let's give you a quick example. So, like when you say you go on Instagram or something, and then you see like how, can you see bigger? Alright, so like when you go on Instagram, boom, and like you'll see like the like counts, yes, and then you'll see username, and you might say, well, ignore the images for now, I'll deal with that later. But you see like how you see the likes count, likes text, you see the username, and then you see this, all of that is inside a VStack. That's why it'll go from top, go down to bottom, right? Now this is like a mock, so it's just like a test draft. So I'm see if we can find a more Instagram one. Alright, so you see that Instagram like thing here, right? So you click on this, right? And you see like how even like it's like oh right here it has like the like by Grace and others, and then you have some text right here. So that is inside of VStack. And don't worry about the images now. We're gonna handle that in our next video. But all of that is inside of VStack. That's why I took it down. Look on this right here, so you see like how you see in counts here, like it's a 127, 174, and then you see post below. That's pretty much inside of VStack. So make a copy of this, including even this right here. So this is inside of VStack. You see name, you see whatever profession is, another name for profession, email. But you see it go down, those are multiple texts inside of VStack going down. So let's make one of them here. So all I do is open up Xcode. Right. Alright, cool. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is basically make like a version of that part here. So the 174 and the post. So all we have to do, remember, is change the text right here. Or should we start from scratch? Maybe we'll start from scratch. So let's scrap this. And now we're inside with VStack. So that means that everything, I'm gonna go from down. I keep saying this because I want it cementing on the brain, you know what I mean? And the best way to learn this is to actually open up Xcode yourself and do it. But yeah, so it says text, right? I'm gonna say quotation marks, right? And then we're gonna put 174. Now, even though this is a number, right? This isn't an integer because it's still a string. It's just that because it's between these quotation marks. Now we're gonna look on this thing called integer later, but just know that this is a string still. It's some type of text. And then below that, what the next one should be? Let's do another space, and then we'll do text. And then below that, it should be post. So it's a post right here. So pretty much we get a similar UI for that. And we could do the same thing and make like Andrew Q, artist, designer, etc. All that could do that. But the main thing we want you get for that video is in a VStack, all the views, whatever it might be, text, images, whatever, as long as it's going down, as long as it's in a VStack, it's going to be going downwards from top to bottom. But yeah, that's it for today. We just handle VStacks in SwiftUI. If you like this, stick around and get ready for building more apps and learn more coding. You see me? It's a nerdy Andy, and I'm out.